Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's going to be caught by Rivers.
And he works free. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They went 3-and-out on their first drive. Things already looking better here at 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And it's a short to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the Jets' 42-yard line.
Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Barnett. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Manning. Well, he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. It doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard. Ah, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll look to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken at around the 40. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, it's Manning. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And the Chargers first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
This defense for the Jets, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They're going to look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Manning. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of the game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a quick slant gets exactly 10. And by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll get this to about the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. And New York set to take the field.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, first and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Second down and 6 now.
It's now second and 6.
They'll set up a throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go.
And 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on fourth and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over first and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Short pass caught by the tight end Gentry. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have regained the lead.
Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Chargers offense back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On second down now, it's Manning, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And, he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a handoff up the middle. Manning.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Jets' 15-yard line.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers have taken the lead.
So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Will Anderson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Back to throw now on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. And this one's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
The throw over the middle taken in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line.
First down, Los Angeles.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd and 6 from the 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. That is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 6 yards away. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And the Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visitors from the north, the Vikings, who were able to get the road victory. The Vikings pick up just their 2nd victory of the year in 10 tries. It's been a struggle from the start. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Kyler Murray, terrific in the win, as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barnett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. He'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now back to throw.
And this one too low.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
66 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
On 3rd down, it's Manning. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
7-yard line. First and goal, Chargers.
He'll keep it himself. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a long 11-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett, and they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Manning, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barnett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Manning, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
91 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. New York ready to go again offensively. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Hook up of 15 yards there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
That's going to be caught by Rivers.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ray. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
They'll set up a throw.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Looking to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jets get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. 2nd and 11. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 60 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Manning. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Manning. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. They'll set up to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
And they'll run again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
He finds his man complete. It's Gonzalez. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 41. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
2nd down and 8.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
New York set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate. Because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So for the Chargers, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And this one features the Saints' sure-handed wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Saints and the Packers coming up next.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 19... The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. He cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
It's second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here's Lance.
Dancing to his left. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
Remember we were kids and they all said, hey, whatever you want to do, make your kid a left-handed pitcher, make them play baseball, they'll play forever. Forget that. I want a quarterback, right? That's what I want to raise. In this era where you throw it around like crazy, you put up numbers like he did in his last game.
Last week, almost 500 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Saints have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this...
And now, before we get to the extra point, remember, all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
The point after, good by Groupie.
And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. Allen again.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, as a coach, you'd absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, Lincoln. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Saints.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lincoln, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, New Orleans.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Saints lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And it's now 14-0. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just match protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a carry for Allen. A beautiful fake. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 59 yards.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball as a ball carrier thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And his throw is incomplete.
You look at this Saints defense.
They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
From midfield, here's Lance. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, New Orleans.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 50 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Packers' 2-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Saints go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The point after, good by Groupie.
And that makes the score 21-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Saints to take over. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a pass hauled in downfield.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 77 yards.
And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And it is 28-0.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
To throw, it's Lance. Pass complete to Addison.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, Lance's this throw taken in by Johnston.
Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Again, it's Lance.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And Lance now to throw.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Being chased out. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And this one is right through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Lincoln. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Pushes past him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
52 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Lincoln, and they can't bring him down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. Touchdown, Saints. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Saints have got it on cruise control.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The point after, good by Groupie.
And a rout is on here in this 1st half.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches.
And Lance's and the throw here caught by Addison.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
A gain of 4 yards.
Lance now on 1st down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now Lance. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line.
Lance looks to throw again. That's another one complete to Mitchell.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
They run the draw play. Allen, absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And Lance going to throw.
Buying time to his left. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
second down and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Touchdown, Packers! A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as head coach? I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Justin Fields has thrown a touchdown pass.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd down and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
A gain of 5. And the Saints first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lincoln down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Lance looking to throw it. This ball complete to Durham.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's good for the Packers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Up the middle they go. Vincent. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
On now is the Packers punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
You gotta be smarter than that, man. Come on.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Lance. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Point after here coming up. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st down, Saints.
Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints just continue to roll. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Packers 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Lance.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On now is the Packers punter. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at about the 14. Muscles by at the 25.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st down, Lincoln. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll run on 1st down. Lincoln. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Saints add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Groupie for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
It's caught. Mitchell. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
On 1st down, Lance.
Complete. This is Mitchell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Lance again.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. Lincoln.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that leads to a New Orleans first down.
First down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lincoln, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Up the middle they go. Lincoln, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Now 3rd down and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And this complete to Mitchell. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Now Lance. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On second down now, Vincent. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Vincent, and this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. This is Allen, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. On 1st down, Lincoln. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Gets by him at the 25. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
7-yard gain. That's good for a Green
To
Bay
throw, it's Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Lance.
He finds his man, complete. That's Mitchell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a play fake. Lance. That's caught by Durham.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Lance looks to throw again.
And That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
And Lance now to throw.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Lance now on 1st down.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
At the 17-yard line.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that will cut this lead down to 25. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for New Orleans, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and we've got the Bengals leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bengals and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. No run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Throwing to start the drive. Tyler. Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Tyler, he finds his man, complete. It's Weber. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw. Tyler.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bengals' 48-yard line.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Tyler.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Downing, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Now back to throw.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and 14.
They'll set up to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. From the left side here, and it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at it, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That'll be taken in by Anderson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
It's a gain of 10. And the Seahawks, 1st down.
On 1st down, Michaels. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Tyler. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Tyler. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tyler.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense.
This unit, they struggle a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
It completes it once more to Anderson.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Tyler. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Tyler. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 4 yards out.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Here's Weber. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Off the play fake, Tyler. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Tyler, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Looking to throw. Tyler. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Up the middle they go. Downing. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
And that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
2nd down and 3.
On the Seahawks 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
The Bengals at 7-2 here on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
53 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now a handoff up the middle. Michaels. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He will kiss it on the ground.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
We've got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
2nd and 4. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have broken out a tie as they take the lead.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Tyler. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
Back to throw. Tyler.
Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Now Weber.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll run on 1st down. Michaels. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Tyler, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. The extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
He'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Open man here is Benson.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a throw here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. On play action, they'll throw.
That's going to be taken in by Downs.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 30 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown! From 6 yards away.
And the Bengals have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
McPherson on for the point after.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Bengals score.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw.
Connecting over the middle with Downs.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Titans who were able to walk away with the road victory. A touchdown, the difference. 21-14, the final score. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Texans trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
Okay,
both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
This taken in by Downs.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down, Seattle.
Back to throw. Tyler. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tyler. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Off the bootleg. Tyler. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're back.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Back to throw here. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Weber. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. Michaels.
Down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
On first down, Tyler. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
Back to throw again.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
That is going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
That complete to Downs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. On 1st down, Downing. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
A 47-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll make this a 7-point game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
They'll try the left side. Michaels. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Michaels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Throw left side complete. That's Weaver. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Taken down at the 42.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
And that one complete downfield to Allen.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, a chance at a big play in his own end zone. But instead, 3rd down coming up.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Kalijah Kancey.
He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Drill 52.
On 1st and 10, Tyler.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And the Seahawks first down.
They run the counter. Michaels. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down at 7.
Operating from the gun, Tyler. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Third down and 7 yards to go.
Back to throw, Tyler.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing on first down, Tyler. Throwing right, and that's complete. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Tyler, he finds his man, complete. It's Weber. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw on second down, Tyler. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he'll go down at the 28. He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Now a handoff up the middle. Downing. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Downing. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Well, the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal, but you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Again, he'll drop to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
Bengals 48, Seahawks 24.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing to start the drive. Tyler. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
They'll run on first down. Downing. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, Downing. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Tyler. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
First down, Seahawks.
On first down, Tyler. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Tyler. And Anderson's got it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Bengals, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.